So, I'm an EU citizen. I'm from Bulgaria, and I've lived in America for a good portion of my life. Gone to school here for most of my life. And, I'm leaving. I'm leaving in less than a year. That American dream that they sell you is just that, a dream. It doesn't exist. Unless you are extremely rich, the system here is designed to punish you, torture you even. Starting tomorrow, there are going to be people, millions of people, who don't have health care and who aren't going to be receiving their SNAP benefits, which means people are going to go hungry and people are going to perish. And to those of you that are trying to police people about what they spend their SNAP benefit money on, how's that boot taste? How's that boot taste? Also, what business is it of yours what someone does with their SNAP benefits? Why do you care that they're buying a pack of Oreos? That is the one thing they probably have to look forward to. After likely working all day and only getting to spend like 30, 45 minutes with their kids if they have kids. Which I'm so thankful that my boyfriend and I don't want kids ever, because I refuse to bring children into this messed up world. And dozens of other reasons. But we can't do it anymore. This is getting ridiculous. My boyfriend has made, both of us are making the most money we've ever made, and we still have nothing at the end of the month. We have nothing to put away for savings. We have nothing to plan a vacation or do anything remotely enjoyable. I am still paying off my laparoscopic surgery from a couple of months ago because I have endometriosis and I needed to have that taken care of. One of the biggest reasons we're leaving the US is healthcare is not a human right in this country. It is a privilege, unfortunately. And goodness forbid you become ill with cancer or anything that takes a long time to treat and you have to be out of work for. Because here, even if you go on the Family Medical Leave Act and you can only be gone for up to 12 weeks, it's unpaid. Once you've used all your PTO and or sick leave, if you're lucky enough to have sick leave, that's it. Like I said, this whole system is designed to torture you. You're punished for being poor. You're punished for seeking out an education. Most people that I know have tens of thousands of dollars of student loan debt, especially if they pursued a master's degree, a PhD, a Juris Doctoral. Don't even get me started on medical school. People here are drowning in debt. It feels like we're all on this hamster wheel that's never going to stop. In fact, it only keeps increasing in speed. This isn't sustainable.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 1. Look, the Lord is about to destroy the earth and make it a vast wasteland. He devastates the surface of the earth and scatters the people. Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. My name is Brother Park from the Camp Prophets in Babylon, down here in Tempe, Florida. And I want to give double honor to elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the ones listening in. And I want to get into a quick lesson. All right. I'm titled this lesson, quote unquote, Leave America, in all caps. The American dream is a lie. All right, because at one point it was in the spirit of these people that, America is going to flourish, forever. All right, but now it's in their spirits to leave America, to get from America. Okay, as you see with this video, this heathen woman speaking. All right, she was telling you all her stress and all her hell and affliction she was going through here with America. And she's not the only one. And the crazy part about it is you mainly see, the heathens and Esau Edom, making their complaints. You rarely see Jake. You see Jake every now and then because Jake already been going through this. But now these heathens are starting to feel it and making an uproar of it. All right? Because Jake already knows the struggle. Jake already knows what it feels like not to, be able to have enough to, feed your family, until those SNAP benefits come. All right. Or some Jake don't even have SNAP benefits. They just gotta, do what they gotta do sometimes, man. Put enough money in to save up to get, a meal for the night. Okay? But these devils, all right, Esau Edom, these heathens, they're starting to see and they're starting to feel it, and that grip is getting tighter around their necks. And the first thing they want to do is leave America, their home. All right? So I'm going to bring this back. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1 in the NLT. Look, the Lord is about to destroy the earth, and that's why all this hell and affliction is coming upon America. All right? And iniquity is abounding upon this earth because the Lord is about to destroy it. All right? So this world is becoming its peak. All right? When it comes to evil and wickedness. Okay? Because the Lord is going to destroy it all. All right? Once he come back. So it says, and make it a vast wasteland. He devastates the surface of the earth and scatters the people, priests and lay people, servants and masters, maids and mistresses, buyers and sellers, lenders and borrowers, bankers and debtors. None will be spared. All right, so none of you are going to be spared. Ultimately, except for the Lord Yahweh Shai's elect and 1/3. All right, but the rest of you're doomed. No matter what occupation you work in, no matter what you do, ultimately you don't work for the Lord Yahweh Shai. It don't matter. You gotta suffer that destruction. Okay. It says the earth will be completely emptied and looted. The Lord has spoken. The earth mourns and dries up, and the crops waste away and wither. Even the greatest people on earth waste away. The earth suffers for the sin of its people, and that's why the earth is going through so much suffering in itself. Because the sin of these people. That's why the earth is so polluted when it comes to its air and its crops and its, everything, man. There's chemicals going throughout this whole earth, destroying and killing this earth. Okay? But that's from the sins of its people. The sins of, Esau, Edom, ultimately. All right? But even our people. All right? The trash that's everywhere upon this place, man. Man, even the earth is mourning, man. The earth is sad. The earth is going through it. These damn Edomites just started catching a little hell. Now the whole world got to stop. But the world was going through it. The earth was going through it. All this hell and afflictions. And nobody was saying nothing then. All right? Nobody was talking about the chemicals that's being released in the air. That's the habitats that's being destroyed by Esau Edom. The animals are are mourning. Okay? It says, for they have twisted Yahweh's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant. Therefore, a curse consumes the earth. Its people must pay the price for their sin. They are destroyed by fire. All right? And we're going to destroy these people by fire, man. By those nukes. Okay? For your sins, for your wickedness, for your actions. Okay? So it's only going to get worse. Trying to leave America ain't going to help you escape judgment, because the Lord going to have his man come down there and bring you to his feet. All right? And put your ass in slavery. All right? So when Jake Esau Edom, these damn heathens, they talking about leaving America and getting out of here because the American dream is no longer a dream, it's a nightmare. Well, stick it all the way through, man. All right? Don't try to go nowhere when it get hard. Nah, man. Stick it all the way through. But even if you do go, all right, you're not going to be able to escape the curses that's going to be put upon Esau. All right, because that's what's happening. A switch is coming. So now Esau starting to feel those curses. Esau starting to feel that hell and that affliction. All right, and they already bucking up. They ain't even get to captivity yet. These niggas already, crying and shit, man. Because they can't, pay out their debt or anything. The mirth of this place is leaving. Okay? There's no longer any mirth here. No happiness. No matter how many concerts and parties, Jake and these people try to have to distract themselves from reality, the drugs and the alcohol they try to take, you're not going to be able to escape reality. Mentally, you may, all right? But it's going to get so serious, it's going to force you to come back to reality mentally as well. Hence Jacob's trouble, the nukes. It's gonna get that serious, man. These niggas ain't gonna be able to party and smoking, get high, and run away from reality for long. They gonna have to face it. It says only a few are left alive. The grapevines waste away, and there is no new wine. All the merrymakers sigh and mourn. So the grapevines waste away. So it's not even no new wine. All right. Jake loved to drink. Jake loved alcohol, man. But in that day, man, that's going to be something that's going to be hard to find. It says all the merrymakers sigh and mourn. All the entertainers, the merrymakers, the people are so happy. They're going to be sighing and mourning, man. There ain't going to be no more happiness in here. There ain't going to be nothing to laugh about. When you catching hell, when you going through, when you got food in your belly, ain't shit funny then, man. There's nothing you can laugh about. So these people are going to be angry. They're going to be sighing and mourning, crying because they can't feed their family. All right? And everybody, your average American, is a clown, man. They like to entertain and joke and play around, man. All right? To be funny, man. But in that day, ain't going to be nothing to make a joke about. All right? Only ones that going to be making a joke is the man of the Lord. And we're going to be joking about y'all ass, bro. Oh, we told him. We told him. But it says the cheerful sound of tambourines is stilled. The happy cries of celebration are heard no more. The melodious Salakia chords of the harp are silent. Gone are the joys of wine and song, and alcoholic drink turns bitter in the mouth. So it's no more music. Ain't gonna be no more music playing, man. Jake loved music. Jake loved the vibrations that come from music. All right, but in that day, music make Jake happy. Music changed Jake's emotions. But in that day, they gonna be set on one emotion. That's gonna be, anger, mourning, sighing. It ain't gonna be no music, being played in that day. Your artists, your favorite artists and rappers and singers, if they not dead, man, they gonna be somewhere high or somewhere not making any more new songs for you niggas, man. All right, and even the old songs, you ain't gonna be able to get a hold of that either. So America already is becoming mirthless, and the mirth is starting to cease. So how much more when it completely cease? Like I said, you have these heathens, mourning and crying and going through it now. All right, but how much more when it completely cease, man? That's when people are gonna really go crazy. They're not gonna be able to take it anymore. All right, it's gonna be too much for their heads, too much for their mental depression. All right, it's gonna give them great depression. Okay, it says, "Gone are the joys of wine and songs, and alcoholic drinks turns bitter in the mouth." All right. So the alcoholic drinks turn bitter in the mouth, man. Gone is the wine and the songs and all the mirth of this place, man. We had it back in 2020. People, their businesses are failing, man. And people were killing themselves and going through all types of hell because their business was no longer flourishing. It was declining in America, and there's nothing they can do about it. So a lot of businesses went out of business. They was no longer to make money, no longer able to make money. All right. Even, a lot of these, restaurants and stores, bigger corporations, all going out of business. We're all going out of business. So how much more in the second time around? All right. When all hell truly breaks loose, man. All right. They just, got the government up and back running after what, 42 days? All right. And people were catching hell from that. People with these federal jobs were not getting paid. They weren't angry about it. They felt some type of way. Man, I ain't getting paid nothing, man. Every day you gotta go to work and not get paid, man. That was some shit right there, man. All right. That was making niggas quit right there. They couldn't do it no more. All right. Being overworked, doing your full 40 hours and overtime and still not getting paid for it. All right. So this place is truly failing, man. This place is truly going to shit. From sugar to shit, man. Nothing's sweet anymore. Everything is bitter. All right. Let's get this real quick. I think that's verse 14. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So it's going to be much greater evils that's happening that we already seen. It's going to be even greater evils than this. It's going to get worse than that, man. I'm talking about how people that went to medical school and everybody's in debt. The flood, America's no longer flourishing, and now you gotta move because it's such a tight grip on your necks, and there's all this suffering and affliction, but you ain't gonna be able to run from it. Hey, man, it's only gonna get worse from here. It ain't gonna get back no more. That's why niggas talk about leaving, because they understand it's only gonna get worse here, man. I gotta get the hell out. All right, before they start saying that we can't go out, we can't leave. All right. She trying to go back to her hometown and shit. And hey, man, it's going to get to the point where these airports about to get shut down, too. It ain't going to be much traveling going on either. Okay? It says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more the evil. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So these evils are increasing upon you that dwell here upon this earth, that dwell in America, Babylon. All right, that could put your faith in this place. All right, continue to have hope in this place. All right, you gonna go down the same way Babylon goes down, man. All right, quick and in a hurry. So it's only gonna get worse. It's not getting back normal. It's not getting back, to a flourishing point. To that flourishing point that it was. Okay? America's peak was the 1950s. When niggas couldn't just, get any job and go anywhere. All right? That was their peak, man. All right? But ever since then, after that finished, they've been declining, man. And you don't think these damn devils noticed that? So they're going to try to go back to those 1950s, man. And put you niggas back on them, them lynching trees, man. All right? It's getting to that point. It's going to get worse. All right? So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So hopefully, like to the ones listening in. And I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Lord Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakadash. Once again, the honors to elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach you well. Peace and blessings. So hopefully, like to Shalom.